We will be going through Jujutsu Kaisen's secrets and how Gege's mind goes through domain expansion in writing this masterpiece, so use your laser eyes and dig deep with us to uncover the things you have missed in Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's get into it immediately, and start with the meaning behind Jujutsu Kaisen. In English, Jujutsu Kaisen translates to sorcery fight, but there's a lot more to it than that. Jujutsu hints at curses or curse techniques, known as Jujutsu Shiki. Meanwhile, Kaizen is a word made up by the creator, Gege Akutami, who combined two kanji, kai meaning to rotate or circle, and sen meaning battle. They give the title a more profound meaning, an endless battle of curses. The second detail is about Jujutsu Kaisen actually started as a short, 4-part series that didn't even feature Yuji Itadori. The original story was all about Yuta Okatsu, who later appeared in the main series. Yuta's story dives into his battles with the cursed spirit of a girl he once knew. This prequel got so popular that Akutami expanded it into the full Jujutsu Kaisen manga we know today. And later on, Yuta's story turns out to be pretty crucial to the main plot. This one is quite interesting. In Jujutsu Kaisen, anyone with cursed energy can sense others around them, even if they're out of sight, by detecting curse residue. But for someone like Toji, who has zero curse energy, he's basically undetectable. That's why Toji is shocked when Gojo notices someone behind him. Gojo can actually see everything and everyone around him, thanks to his 6 eyes technique. Gojo's the only one who can pull that off, making him a unique powerhouse in the series. Satoru Gojo is easily one of the most popular characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. In the series' first popularity poll, he snagged 3rd place with nearly 17,000 votes in Ranker. Fans can't get enough of him, but creator Gege Akutami has a funny way of showing his love for Gojo. He actually teases his dislike for the character. In the manga's other comment sections, Akutami throws in playful digs, like saying, now that Gojo is gone, 2020's looking like a good year. He even tried to discourage fans from voting for Gojo in a Jump Festa poll. It's quite an irony though, but maybe that's why Gege killed him. People without cursed energy usually can't see or interact with curses at all, just like how Maki Zenin has to wear special glasses to see them. But Toji's different. He carries a curse on his neck that he uses as a sort of storage space for his curse tools and some weaker curses. Known as the Sorcerer Killer, Toji doesn't need glasses or any special gear to sense curses. Instead, he relies on his super sharp senses, which allow him to pick up on curses' presence, abilities, and basically everything about them, making him one of the few who can handle curses without cursed energy. One of the most disturbing parts of Jujutsu Kaisen has to be when Itadori literally swallows Sukuna's fingers. We all thought it would taste rotten and straight up eating raw meat with bones intact. It's obvious Itadori finds them disgusting, but he never actually mentions the taste. However, in a fanbook question and answer, Akutami revealed that they taste like soap. It's still pretty gross, but definitely not what most of us were expecting. Yuji's family and backstory are pretty mysterious at first. The story begins with his grandfather's death, who was his last known family member, and Yuji doesn't really recall any past family ties. But in chapter 143, we finally see Yuji's father, and it hints that he might have been involved in the Jujutsu world somehow. It's a short reveal, but definitely raises questions about Yuji's connection to Jujutsu society, especially since he got his powers almost by accident. Kento Nanami is known as one of the most dependable and kind characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, but he almost turned out very different. Originally, Akutami planned for Nanami to be a villain. We don't know exactly what his role would have been, but it's clear. He wouldn't have been the Nanami we know and love today. Master Tengen has placed his trust in Gojo and Geto to protect the Star Plasma vessel, and while he genuinely cared for the girl, he was determined to see the merger happen. But in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 3, Geto offers Riko a chance to leave Jujutsu High and live a normal life, speaking for both himself and Gojo. They promise Riko that if she wanted an ordinary life, they'd help her, even if it meant betraying Master Tengen and the entire Jujutsu society. Despite the risk of being labeled criminals, they were willing to do whatever it took to make her happy. Unfortunately, their dream of giving Riko a chance at freedom never came true. While Mai Zenin's sexual orientation hasn't been officially confirmed, there's a detail that suggests she might not be completely straight. In one of the volume extras, it mentions that whenever Mai interacts with other female characters, they give off the vibe of being a couple. Mahito is one of the most sadistic characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. As a cursed spirit, he gets a twisted kick out of toying with humans, but even though he's pure evil, his hatred for humanity isn't entirely without reason. That's why Gege Akutami, the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen, compared Mahito to the live-action version of Thanos from the MCU. In a 2020 interview, Akutami said Mahito is intrinsically evil, and deep down, he just wants to make humans suffer. But can he be proven wrong? His situation reminds me of Thanos in Avengers Endgame. In the end, I never felt hatred for him. In the early MCU films, Thanos believed wiping out half of all life was necessary to prevent the universe from running out of resources. Back in high school, Gojo was a huge Digimon fan, and he still brings it up now and then in the manga. What's even cooler is that both of Gojo's voice actors, Yuichi Nakamura and the Japanese voice, Kaiji Tang, the English voice, have actually voiced characters in the Digimon franchise. Tang voiced Kyotaro Imura in Digimon Adventure, Last Evolution Kizuna, while Nakamura played Charismon in Digimon Universe, Aptly Monsters and Ryuji Mishima in Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory. Gege Akutami, the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen, has openly expressed his love for Tite Kubo's Bleach, and you can really see that influence in his work. A lot of iconic panels in Jujutsu Kaisen were inspired by unforgettable scenes from Bleach and other Shonen Jump series like Hunter x Hunter. Take Ayoi Todo for example. He's a nod to the fierce Kenpachi Zaraki, the captain of the 11th Division in Bleach. There's even an anime moment where Yuji Itadori mentions the Bankai technique from Bleach, along with references to attacks from Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, and Dragon Ball. During the fight, Toji understands that defeating Gojo is nearly impossible, so he comes up with a detailed plan to exhaust him over time. Lacking cursed energy himself, Toji relies on cursed tools in his fight. One of these tools, the invented Spear of Heaven, is a special weapon that completely cancels out cursed techniques. When Gojo feels the weapon, he quickly realizes he can't use his Limitless technique anymore. Knowing he can't win, Gojo decides to stop fighting. Instead, he uses the reverse curse technique to heal his deadly injuries and buy himself some time. Yuta Okotsu had been connected to the curse spirit of his late childhood friend Rika for a long time. So when Rika's curse was finally broken, it was bound to have a big impact on Yuta's life. One noticeable change was in Yuta's character design. His hair got a new look. When asked if this was to show an emotional or mental shift for Yuta, Akutami explained that it was actually because Yuta looked too much like Toji before. This tiny detail really shows how Gege cares about the smallest detail. In Season 2, Episode 11, we get to see Toji's comeback, but he's wearing a fitted trouser and a baggy top, which is the opposite of what he wore before. It's a subtle way of showing that it's him, but not really. Another subtle detail that we probably missed is how Mahito's blood was color red, and not the usual green-purple that cursed spirits' blood were. This is because Mahito is a curse born from humans. We all know about Nanami's 7:3 ratio technique. In Season 1 OST, there is a track named 7:3, and this is how I noticed that Nanami's existence revolved around 7:3. Like his hair is 7:3, his name can be split into Nana, which means 7, and Mi, which is a symbol in kanji for 3, pronounced as Mi. Even his birthday is 7:3. One detail about Jogo's design are his blackened teeth. It fits with them being coal or volcanic, but also uhaguro, or teeth blackening, was seen as a way for humans to put themselves above animals, explaining that Jogo desperately wants to be seen as a true human. A bit of subtle detail is how Mahito is able to learn domain expansion so quickly. Normally, a sorcerer needs to use reduction so they can cast a domain with their 2 hands, but Mahito skips that step by just making more hands. That wraps up the details and things you have missed in Jujutsu Kaisen. If you enjoyed our list, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments what anime you'd like for us to cover next. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when our next video drops. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Anigo, anime recaps on the go.